On this day in weather history, we go back to December 1954 for a rare New Year's tropical oddity. In the days around Christmas, a cold front swept across the eastern United States. It eventually continued sweeping east, passing Bermuda on December 25th. The next day, an area of low pressure began to develop from the tail end of the cold front in the central Atlantic. This area of low pressure gradually developed in an area with unusually favorable conditions and became a tropical storm around December 30th. The tropical storm moved southwestward and gradually strengthened to reach hurricane status, a very rare occurrence in the month of December and January. The hurricane continued tracking southwestward, eventually passing through the Leeward Islands on January 2nd. Shortly thereafter, the hurricane reached its peak strength with winds up to 90 miles an hour. The hurricane started to turn south and encountered cold air, and it eventually dissipated on January 6th. The hurricane produced heavy rainfall and moderately strong winds across several islands along its path into and through the Caribbean Sea. The islands of Saba and Anguilla were impacted the most from this hurricane, with total damages estimated to be in excess of $600,000, almost $7 million in 2024. What made this hurricane unique was both its lifespan stretching over 2 calendar years and its eventual discovery through reanalysis. The hurricane is the only known Atlantic hurricane to span 2 calendar years, and only one of 2 named Atlantic tropical systems to do so, with the other being Tropical Storm Zeta in 2005. This rare hurricane was also not fully discovered until a reanalysis of data was completed. Because of a lack of definitive data available to the U.S. Weather Bureau, the precursor to the National Weather Service, the hurricane was not fully discovered and declared a full-fledged hurricane until January 2nd. Because meteorologists thought that the hurricane formed in 1955, it was given the name Alice. However, reanalysis found that Alice had actually formed around December 30th in 1954. This presented a unique scenario since the name Alice was also given to another hurricane that formed earlier in the hurricane season in June of 1954. This marks the only occurrence in history where 2 distinct tropical systems share the same name in the same season.